Hello friends, welcome to my video. Today I'm making sourdough bread with raisin, cinnamon, and chocolate. It's a simple recipe, but you do need sourdough starter, and if you don't have it yet, I will leave a link below how to make one at home. Look how beautiful this looks. It's soft, and the combination of raisin, cinnamon, and chocolate tastes so good. Always when working with sourdough starter, you want to use it at its peak rise. We'll be using 170 grams, which is about half of a cup. Add 1 cup of warm milk, about 80 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Add half of a cup of sugar. Give it a quick mix. Add 1 medium-sized egg. Add 1/4 of a cup of melted butter and make sure it's not hot but warm. We'll be adding 4 cups of flour total, but at first add about half of it and give it a quick mix. Then add half of a tablespoon of salt, and then add the rest of the flour, but I do recommend to add by a little bit because you might not need to use it all, or you might need a few extra spoons. And I end up using about 4 1/3 of a cup of flour total. The kneading process will take you about 5 minutes, and how you would know that there is enough flour is the dough will stop sticking to your fingers. When I touch the dough with clean fingers, it's not sticky, and also when I press on it, it springs back right away. Cover the dough with a plastic wrap or a clean towel and let it proof until it doubles in size. Usually this process takes about 6 hours. When you're ready to make the filling, wash 1 cup of raisin and make sure you drain all the water. Add 1/4 of a cup of cocoa powder. Add 1 tablespoon of cinnamon powder. Combine everything together. The dough did doubled in size, and I'm adding the filling. Simply mixing the filling evenly. This process might take you a few minutes, so be patient and make sure there's no clumps. Dust some flour to the surface you'll be working with the dough. Get a rolling pin and roll out the dough. It should be about 1/2 inch thick. Get 1/4 of a cup of milk and brush it on the dough, but leave about 1 inch of the edges dry. Now simply roll the dough over itself. And then seal the end by pinching it. I'm covering the bread loaf with thin layer of flour to prevent sticking. And with the seam side down, put it in your baking pan. Dust some flour on the top. That will prevent the plastic wrap or a towel, whatever you're going to cover it, from sticking. And cover it with a plastic wrap and let it proof until it doubles in size. Usually this process takes about 6 hours, but I like to leave mine to proof overnight in my microwave. This is the next morning. You can see the bread is fluffy and it's ready to be baked. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees and bake for at least 30 minutes. I like to spray some water in the oven that will create steam and help the bread to proof even more. I like to leave the bread to cool down in the baking tray, because when it's not hot anymore, you flip it over and it pops out right away. But you can also go with a knife along the edges to loosen the edges. Yum, yum, yum. This bread definitely makes me think about fall, and you can always adjust the recipe by adding more sweetness, like substituting the raisin with chocolate chip or adding more sugar. Just look at this fluffy bread. It's yeast-free. I have a few other bread recipes posted on my channel. If you want to check those out, I'll leave a link down below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.